Since workers at the LCBO first went on strike just days ago, one of the industries we've heard from getting caught up in the crosshairs would be the restaurant business. Now, what we've heard is that operators are concerned about running out of stock and not being able to purchase liquor to stock back up on their inventory. And it's a fear that appears to be increasingly founded. Last week, the LCBO told us they would open 5 stores to service small restaurants and bars for small orders, but that's no longer happening. Instead, they're being directed to online ordering. A couple of industry associations describing the process as a little bit clunky.
A lot of them still do have supply, but where we are starting to see some of those restaurants go online to try to do their reordering, the real challenge is where they're expecting to find a number of products available online. Those products just aren't there. So if there might be, say, 27, 25 different types of spirits that they're expecting to find, they might be able to find available stock of about 5 to 10.
We're very surprised that it's running out at the early stages. We do know that the small business in the hospitality industry has a cash flow problem. It always has been. It's operating on slim margins. They don't have the storage space. And we do realize that within a week or two that there would be issues on it.
Meanwhile, Eduardo is the chef and managing partner at Pura Vida Mexican restaurant in Oakville.
Things you can do proactively is maybe some menu development, right? Switch your menu around.
He works for a group that operates a few restaurants across the region, including Hamilton. He says small eateries don't have that much space for stocking up, and menu changes can be hit or miss with customers. Adding a prolonged strike could become a real problem for a location like this with a cocktail-heavy business model.
Without selling cocktails, you take away a large part of your revenue, right? And especially for us, like your first thought when you come in to get let's say you come in for all you can eat tacos, what goes better with that than a margarita, right?
And then we're starting to see scenes like this across the city, empty shelves at grocers that sell beer and wine. These photos taken Thursday from the Metro in the stockyards, and this video from Loblaws Port Credit. Back in Toronto, Troy Birch is the senior manager of sales for Great Lakes Brewery. We spoke with him at the start of the strike. At the time, he said the company was prepared to divert more product to other restaurants and retailers. He says so far his staff have been able to keep up with the shift in demand.
So all of our staff who would normally be selling to LCBO, they're now selling to grocery and beer store just a little bit more than what they would have in the past, just to get the shelves fully stocked. But we're ready for it. We're putting beer in cans, we're putting beer in kegs, and we're getting it out the door. However, all that combined doesn't scratch the surface of what we're missing out on with the LCBO being closed down.
At the LCBO at Queensway and Park Lawn, David Zura, City News.